Hey guys, and welcome to Albion Online, a sandbox MMO game where everybody matters. I already played this game on release last year, but now I started playing again and can't let go of it. Find out what this game is all about. Gathering, crafting, trading, every single item is player made. Local markets in every city that are completely community driven. PvE, boss fights, raids, open PvP zones, and basically unlimited large scale PvP fights. More about PvP at the end of the video. Let's start with an overview of the map. You start your journey on the Royal Continent. There's 5 major cities and biomes spread around the continent with a 6th city, the capital, in the middle. You have 3 different zone types here. Blue where PvP is not possible, and yellow and red where PvP is possible, if there are flagged people involved. You can't loot people in yellow zones, so you will rarely see PvP here. In addition, there's also another continent with 3 major zones, known as the Black Zone. Everyone in these zones is automatically flagged, so there's a lot more PvP happening here. The heart of Albion, in my opinion, is the Destiny board. How often did you start playing an MMO and you didn't know what class you're gonna play? In Albion you can theoretically play every role, every weapon and every piece of armor whenever you feel like. That's because you can level everything and have no restrictions. Want to be a tank? Craft or buy some low tier tank equipment and start leveling it. Want to heal? Do the same with other equipment. Your progress is not lost and there is really something for every piece of armor or weapon in the game, even for gathering. On the left side of the Destiny board you got items that you can use. On the right side, items that you can craft. Currently I'm level 32 on nature staffs with a specialization bonus on wild staffs. This allows me to wear tier 6 nature staffs and at the same time I leveled my crafting skill of nature staff to level 30 as well, so I can kinda craft my own equipment. At least part of it. Because of course you also need to have those resources. And how are you gonna get them? Right, you have to gather or buy them. Every biome offers 3 of the 5 main resources in Albion, specialized in one of them. The red zone I am in right now offers logs, stone and hide. But logs are the main resource and that's why I'm here. Every resource ranges from tier 1 to tier 8. This zone contains tier 4 to tier 6. I am allowed to use a tier 6 lumberjack axe, which allows me to harvest up to tier 6 enchanted or tier 7 flat. What does enchanted mean? Well, that's a rare form of a resource. They come in uncommon, rare and exceptional. These resources are often just called tier 6.1, 6.2 or 6.3. And a 6.1 resource is basically as good as a tier 7 resource. The big difference though is that I can currently wear any tier 6 equipment, but not tier 7, so 6.1 or better items would benefit me a lot. In addition to being able to change weapons or armor, you can often also just change certain skills of a single weapon. Here I switched from 3 healing spells to a poison spell on my W attacks, so I can better clear this 5.1 forest spirit, which is gonna give me 5.1 logs when I harvest it. Every piece of armor has their own ability as well. So my head has a wind wall, my body armor a cleansing effect, and my boots give me an ascending movement speed bonus. Of course there's also food and potions, which have their own effects as well. Especially when gathering in a red or black zone, you should always be aware of your surroundings. Here I actually get ganked by a flagged player, which forced me to run away. Good for me that I have a good movement skill equipped, and also good for me that this player wasn't really the best and he didn't use any crowd control to lock me in place. What I really love about Albion Online is the community-driven market. The gold price adjusts at any time and you're allowed to buy premium with your in-game currency. At the end of my gathering session I find a rare tier 6.2 log that gives me just enough fame, that's the name for experience, to reach a learning point for tier 7 lumberjack, a big milestone for me. I can now choose to unlock the rest of the progress to tier 7 with learning points, or keep gathering for now and unlock it later or even complete it without the learning points. You get 20 learning points per day if you have premium activated, by the way. I can't show you any PvE farming because I don't want to give away any of our tactics, but instead I can show you what I recorded during the territory reset recently. We were splitting in many small squads and tried protecting our kill team, the guys that kill a territory boss so you can capture it. While we were doing this we had multiple big fights. Here you see some of the smaller fights. We were outnumbering them and so we were able to surround them and press them into choke points. But now I guess you want me to tell you about the big PvP fights, right? I was part of 2 fights that night where we sadly had bad communication with the other guilds, but the fights were incredible. In fight 1 we were a giant group, but when we engaged our opponent, a second team joined in from the realm gate, which ended up with us being in a trap. You can see how many we were, but they engaged hard on us and we had almost no chance. Later that fight we had to spread out and most of us were chased down and died. After regearing quickly we formed again. Sadly our calls were again not very organized with the other groups and we ran into a dead end. Here you can see what happened. It was a situation where we had almost no chance to escape. We thought we outnumbered them, but on screenshots we saw later, we could see how many people actually engaged on us. We estimate that there were around 600 players fighting in every fight. You can imagine what kind of loot parties actually ended in for the winning team. At the end I can only say one thing. The game still ties me up and is a lot of fun to either gather, craft, trade, kill mobs or kill players. With an organized team or guild, this game is simply awesome. If you want to give it a try, I put a referral link in the description. The game is currently 34% off on the Steam Summer Sale and also on their website. If you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to ask me on Discord.